Guys, I love when this happens. I have got two great knives, and this is one of those rare occasions where I get a knife before anyone else does. These are prototypes of the Laconico Echo being done by Cjrb, and it's an amazing, amazing knife, and you're only gonna get to see it here. So let's turn this around and take a look at these things from above. All right, guys, these are the Cjrb Echo prototypes. Now, these were designed by Laconico, being released by Cjrb. Now, there's going to be a button lock version and a frame lock version. There's going to be some definite change to this. So let me let you know real quick that the thumb studs are getting replaced with the aperture, which that's something a lot of people are going to love a lot more than that. There is going to be a frame lock version that is the steel, and a button lock version, which will be the micarta. So basically this knife will look exactly the same. If you took this blade out, put it in here, took this here, put it there, you would have the final products. But these are, like I said, pre-production prototypes. This is a great, great knife. I've loved a lot, well, basically all of Ray's designs that I've ever gotten to handle. Back flipper, front flipper on these things are great. Let's get these laid out. I'll get some sizes for you and stuff like that, because there aren't any spec sheets for this, because these knives have not been released yet. So let's get this one out of the way that has the most shine on it and do some size comparison. So your first knife's going to be Benchmade 940. Benchmade 940 is a knife most of you guys should know the length on, just under 8 inches. They're really similar in length. And your final knife for size comparison is a large 21. You can see blade size and width, they're kind of similar. This is a little bit longer, not a huge knife, not a small knife. It's just a really good, decent size. So let's get this out of the way and talk about these great little prototypes. All right, so I touched on it before we did the size comparison. These are the two prototypes that I have. Now, there's going to be some configuration changes. So just to get that out of the way. So first of all the blades are going to be with the aperture. There's not going to be thumb studs. The metal frame version, steel frame version, is probably going to be the frame lock version, and this will be a button lock version. The G10 scale version will have the button lock. So hopefully they stick with the same thing, where the liners for the button lock version are basically nested in. I like that look. It's nice and clean. So those are the changes that you're going to see. Now, I've been carrying this one the most because I love button locks lately, and especially good button locks. Cjrb and Artisan and Kaiser have been doing some really good button locks lately, and I'm digging it because button locks are really cool. So these are done in AR RPM 9 steel. They're done in kind of a modified sheep's foot, modified Wharncliffe version. You've got a lot of belly, nice little clipped end here, good facets. The finish on these are great. The great thing about these, they're in AR RPM 9, which means they're going to hold up really well. They're easy to strop, but it's thinner blade stock on a broader blade, which makes these absolutely lasers. Both of these knives cut incredibly well. Deployment even with the top flipper, like I have got to say that Ray Laconico's top flippers on his knives, I love a lot, because they're just the right size that you can get a hold of them just like that one, and you can get past that point. Like I have a problem because I've got some carpal tunnel. I have a hard time doing the actual full thing, plus the size of my hands. I can break that loose and then continue the flip, and they're just about perfect for that. The handles on these are so good. They are so comfortable in both versions. Even though this is a flatter version, it's not at all uncomfortable, and that's because Ray has designed this handle to fill your hand really well. So you can have a thinner knife and still have it fit your hand really well. The G10 version is contoured just about perfectly, and the action on these are super smooth. I mean, that's a very light blade, and it's just shy of drop shot. And on the button lock versions, because it's a button lock, it just is a free fall. I like the button locks too, because you can flip them just like you can with an axis lock. You can just release the tension. And on a button lock, you never cross the danger zone where your finger is going to be in the way. Like on this one, I have to put my thumb across the travel of the blade and then allow it to drop. So really great Reversible pocket clip on this, and it's a deep carry pocket clip that is very comfortable on this knife on both versions. Both versions, the pocket clip is not a hot spot. It carries really well. It doesn't walk around the pocket. It's really good for a forward part of the pocket carry. If you want to carry two knives, you can carry one up close to your zipper and then one closer back to the seam. Works great for that. And both of these are comparable in weight. They're neither one heavy, because even on the steel one, there's a lot of weight reduction going on inside those scales. And if you're a guy that likes, a guy or a lady that likes a lanyard, you've got a spot for a lanyard without a hole. So all of those things add up to this being amazing so far in carry. And like I said, I have cut a lot with this, and there haven't been a lot of knives this year that cut as well as this. It's got some stuff about it that aren't as appealing to me for certain reasons, but we'll get into that. I'm going to say that there's only a couple things that I've noticed. So before I give you the bad things, let's talk to our channel sponsor, this video sponsor, Coffee Brand Coffee.
No one likes to watch ads in the middle of a video. I don't like putting them in, but I do know that I got to support what I do here. So I partnered with companies that I know I can trust. And today's sponsor is Coffee Brand Coffee. They're delivering quality coffee, freshly roasted on demand, ground to order and delivered to your door, and they're not doing anything political. So you don't have to worry about a company that you're supporting that is supporting causes that you might not agree with, because they don't support any causes. They just simply take the money and put it back into making a better product. So I would appreciate if you both support their new small business and my channel by checking out Coffee Brand Coffee and looking at their offerings. Use the link below and my coupon code Crazy Sharp on their website. It's Crazy Sharp, all one word, capital C, capital S. Let's get back to this.
So the only two small things are, I personally like the thumb stud. I know that I would be the minority on this. This is still great. Don't get me wrong. I would still love this knife. If I had not seen the thumb stud version, I would still love this. I'm a big fan of thumb studs that work well. I think that's why I like some knives. That's why I like this Sirius so much. It's another one of Ray's designs. I think these are probably close to being my favorite Laconico designs, but I'm a fan of thumb studs. So the loss of the thumb studs would bother me. The other two things are just little things with the pocket clip. This pocket clip on this one moves. You can kind of feel it a little bit. And I think that's just because it's straight, it's a flat scale. This one's not as perceptible, but it does move, and you can kind of feel it, especially in this version. And then this pocket clip has got a tendency to catch the seam of a t-shirt, like the bottom part of a t-shirt right here. And it can, you can yank that seam loose, and then your shirt, and you have to resew it. So that's the only real down things I've seen. I really do, like I said, like the thumb stud version. So for continued testing, I'm going to keep this one around, but very, very good design. Awesome, awesome knife from Ray Laconico design done by Cjrb. And like I said, Cjrb is just knocking it out of the park with these button locks. Them and Kaiser, some of the best button locks I've seen in a very long time have come out from Kaiser and Cjrb. So let's turn this around, do some final thoughts, send you out about your day, and I will let you know as soon as these become available. I will do a video and let you guys know, so that there will be a purchase link in that video, and I'll come back and I'll put it in this one as well. So let's turn this around, do some final thoughts.
All right, guys. Well, that's about it on this one. Like I said, just some small configuration changes to blade and what the lock mechanisms will be. And I'm going to tell you, the G10 version, if they do that, when they do that as a button lock, it's going to be stellar. It is very, very comfortable. I personally like this one a lot. I don't know why. I think it's because it does have the thumb studs. I like this version, but they're not going to release one with the thumb studs. So kind of a bummer for me, because I really do like the thumb studs on this one, especially considering you can reverse flick off of them and slow roll. So, but either one that they come out with, either one you get, it's going to be amazing. Stay tuned to the channel. I'll let you guys know when these drop, so that you can purchase them. I'll have links for purchase as soon as they become available. And like I said, it's kind of fun when I get to be the first one to see it. I'm one of the smaller channels. I'm not Jared. I'm not some of the other bigger channels. I don't get to see stuff when it releases. So guys, that's it on this one. If you want to support the channel, give the videos a thumbs up or give it a thumbs down, but tell me why. I can't change the content if you don't tell me what you don't like. If you want to support the channel, there's a bunch of ways you can do it. This channel's primary sponsor right now is Coffee Brand Coffee. They're sponsoring this video, so go check them out. Use coupon code CrazySharp at checkout. Capital C, capital S, saves you 5%. Great, great coffee. No politics. Don't want to get into that any further. Tempered Trail and Dull Strong Knives are both down there. The coupon code Crazy Sharp also works at Tempered Trail. And there's a whole bunch of other stuff. I have an Amazon store down below and a bunch of specific links to items that are down below. If you want to support the channel by becoming a member, I would love that. We do a lot of stuff. All of the members get early access to my videos the second they go up. Baseline and premium tier members are automatically entered into giveaways that I do on the Gilded server. Everyone has access to the Gilded server, and the premium guys have access to a sharpening tutorial series that's here on YouTube. Guys, that's it on this one. I love you all. Keep it clean in the comments section. If it's your birthday, happy birthday, and I'll see you in the next video.